Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another disturbing Jay Slater video. A number of things that we have to discuss in this video. I want to start with this picture that we can see on the screen. This screenshot was sent to me via an email. It's outside the Airbnb on Google Maps. Now, there's two cars that they've highlighted on this screenshot, but there's only one car I really want to talk about, and that's that red Renault. Red Renault was there when Jay Slater was there back in June. The screenshot is from September 2024, 3 months later, and the dirty old Renault is still there. In fact, it's blocking the bus stop. Looking at the space in between the wall and the red car, it does look like you could squeeze maybe 2 cars in between that space based on this screenshot. It does actually look like a big enough space where you can drive in. You don't necessarily need to reverse in. Anyhow, that Renault is still there in September 2024, that dusty old Renault. Why is it still there? Another thing I want to mention is this dusty old bus stop. Is this bus stop even in use? And if you approached this bus stop and looked at this bus stop, what side of the road would you think the bus was coming on? Because based on this bus stop, the way Jay walked, you'd have assumed that would have been the way the bus was going. So if the bus was coming from the other direction, is this the bus stop that is stopping at? And if this is the bus stop that the bus is stopping at, where's the space for the bus to pull up and people to board the bus? Is this really a bus stop? Because it looks like the red Renault is cutting off access to the entrance of the bus stop. Looking at this picture, it kind of reminds me of when I was in Malta. I actually booked a hotel that was at the peak of the island. It wasn't right at the top, but it was almost at the top. And anyone that's been to Malta will know they've got steep roads that just go down, down, and down. In the summer, the heat is so humid, it's extremely difficult to walk downhill, let alone uphill. The reason I mention that is because when I come out of my hotel, I had to walk down these stairs. And when I got to the bottom of the stairs, there was either uphill or downhill. Now, both ways, there was civilization. If you go uphill, there were shops. If you go downhill, there were shops. But the decision I made, based on the fact that it was so hot, over 40 degrees, my instincts were telling me we're walking downhill. And that's exactly what I did. I walked downhill. What's never made sense to me is just Jay coming out at this point. As he would have looked down, he would have seen that there was civilization. At the time in the morning that he would have been there, cars would have been driving by, 110%. Based on the heat and how humid it would have been, there is no way Jay would have decided to start walking uphill, especially when you're standing at that green door and you're looking down and you can see all the houses down below. To the right where the garage is, remember, there's steps that take you all the way down to the main road. So again, after spending enough time at the Airbnb, looking around, seeing the landscape, understanding your surroundings, it wouldn't have made sense for Jay to come out of the Airbnb and go uphill. In my opinion, Jay didn't make that decision. I believe that's a story that's been sold to us, but the story's a lie, because Jay never walked up that way. The only thing that holds that narrative together, ladies and gentlemen, is Ophelia's statement. Ophelia's saying that she sees Jay walking confidently 15 minutes up the roads. And as I've told you guys multiple times before, without that statement, within a space of a week, 2 weeks, the police would have had to turn their attentions to a new line of inquiry. They would have had to look at this through a different lens. In yesterday's video, we spoke about a potential scam. There was a comment that was left by Lucy May talking about 10K for information. After reading through the messages and trying to understand what Lucy meant, I come to realize someone was demanding 100K for information on where Jay was. So someone was trying to take advantage of Jay Slater's disappearance early on in the investigation. Another thing she mentioned was the cars at Jay's pinned location. She said that was dodgy. I know a few people have asked what car she's referring to, so let's check this out. Okay, cool. So let's start with this video right here. I've got about 2 or 3 different videos of the white car and people jumping out of the car. I also find something in this video that potentially connects to the Airbnb. Let's check this out. So this is the video of the mountains where Jay would have walked up. We see that there's this white car coming down, and this lay-bay at the bottom here, watch what the car does when it gets to the lay-bay. So the car's driving, and as the car comes down, it goes into the lay-bay, but slows down. Watch this. It slows down as if whoever's driving or whoever's in the passenger or the back, they're looking to see if they can see something on the other side of the bollards, like they're looking for someone. But then at this moment in time, there's something else that's following them. You look up here, right at the top of the road, that's just coming to the bend, there's a motorbike. That motorbike is coming to the bend, and at the end of this video, it looks like it just stops there, and it also is looking over the bollards. Now, I mean, you can assume that this is a tourist on a motorbike just looking at the landscape, how beautiful it looks in Masca. Before the bike comes, you've got the car that comes down, drives into the lay-bay, and I'm only assuming that whoever's in the car are driving into that lay-bay slowly because they're looking to see if they can see anything. Looks like they're searching for someone, but that's an assumption, because we can't see them. All we do know is the car pulled into the lay-bay and slowly drove back onto the road, which doesn't make any sense. Why would a car do that? It's not like the car went into the lay-bay, stopped and was stationary. No, they went into the lay-bay, slowed the car down, and then drove back onto the road again. If we pull it up, we see the cars back in the lay-bay, but look at the road at the top. You see the motorbike. Now, that is definitely a motorbike that is coming down. Let's take a look at another video. All right, here, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another webcam of the same area, the same roads. We've got the same car, more or less, parked off on a side road or on a dirt track that takes you off-road, basically. And if you look closely, you can see people getting in and out of this car. Why would they be looking for Jay? Did Jay just wander off? Did Jay do something to the point where they needed to go looking for him? If you look right here, ladies and gentlemen, you can see people actually walking towards the car. Look, there's someone in the middle of the roads. I mean, we don't know who these people are, but it looks like there's at least 2 people here. So this is the car or the cars that Lucy is more or less referring to. I want you guys to remember the motorbike though, because the motorbike is extremely important. Make sure you remember that motorbike. Let's take a look at this video now.
So it's so weird to me that this car that's on Google Maps is the same car that's in the background with Jay.
Now, this is the picture that Jay would have taken allegedly and posted on his Snapchat, or one of the pictures, when he was outside the Airbnb. Keep watching this. It's the same car that's parked behind Jay right here when he's with his cousin. It's the same car, same white car.
I genuinely do think.
Now, remember that motorbike I was telling you guys about? Look at the background there. Look at the background there. What's that you can see right there? A motorbike right next to the Airbnb. That motorbike is also in Down the Rapids video. When Down the Rapids was going around the back of the Airbnb and showing us the stairs behind the back of the Airbnb near the green garage, that motorbike was sitting there then as well. So not only did we have this white car on the webcam that can be seen outside the Airbnb, we also have the motorbike on the webcam that can be seen outside the Airbnb. One thing I'm curious to know is what vehicle was Ophelia driving when she saw Jay walking confidently up the road? In this footage that we've just looked at, all we see is one white car and a motorbike, but people claim that there was 2 white cars. Some people claim that when Jay went to the Airbnb, he was in a car, but there was 2 cars that went to the Airbnb together, which could have taken 8 people up to the Airbnb. Let's quickly take a look at this. Okay, so let's start right here. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. If we look at this, this is clearly Rocky in the passenger seat of the same car that they were driving, that rental, with Ayab driving, wearing that pink t-shirt. And where are they driving to? They're driving the same way Chris Tenerife was driving from Los Cristianos to Masca. So this is proof that these men were on their way to Masca when Ayab was wearing the pink t-shirt. Well, that clip is followed by this one. Firstly, who is the person in the background? I don't know who this guy is, never seen his face before. If anyone does know who this guy is, do comment down below and let us know, or even drop us an email. But we can see that Ayab is wearing a cap in this one. The t-shirt looks like the pink t-shirt, but I do not believe this is a pink t-shirt. This looks like a totally different day. But it could still be the same day. It could be the day where Ayab was wearing a pink t-shirt. But it does look like he's still wearing a pink t-shirt, but this time he's got a cap on with glasses over his cap. But who is that person in the back? I need you guys to comment down below. Do you know who this person is in the back? Comment down below, let me know. This is what I wanted to bring your attention to. This right here. It says Monday. Rocky is at the Airbnb on Monday. It has to be Monday the 17th. Can't be any other Monday. But Rocky is there with his West Ham t-shirt on and he's outside the Airbnb. But guess what? There's 2 white cars there now. Where did this other white car come from? Whose white car is that? That white car wasn't there when Jay took the picture, and that would have been on the Monday morning. What time on the Monday was this? Is that the car Rocky and his boys pulled up in that morning? Let's quickly take a video pretending to be at the Airbnb. But there you have it. People said there was 2 white cars, and here we are on Rocky's video, there being 2 white cars. And then you see Rocky in sliders and shorts, and it looks like he's going into the Airbnb. So the only problem we have is we have no footage of these guys in the Airbnb. Why is there no pictures, no footage whatsoever of you guys in the Airbnb, vibes in, smoking, drinking, whatever you guys are doing? Nothing inside that Airbnb whatsoever. And that's another reason why I feel like this is all a facade. They knew they needed all of this information to make this look so genuine. But at the end of the day, there's simple things that these men failed to cover. Simple things like Jay being seen at the Airbnb. It mentioned to me that Lucy didn't tell Debbie about Jay being missing until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They were putting up posters at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And based on the story that's been given to us, putting up posters at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon wouldn't make any sense. You had his screenshot location, but didn't do anything with it other than give it to the police. And that's how I knew they knew he was already dead. Because if you had his screenshot location and you knew you just got off the phone to him, but he was genuinely lost, you'd have went straight to the location. Bearing in mind, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. It would have been a bit different if it was 10 o'clock at night. But in saying that, Ayub claims they were searching for Jay at night. So that doesn't make any sense how you wouldn't go there at 9 o'clock in the morning, but you would go searching for him at night. Another reason I knew that they knew he was already dead is because they went straight to the police. There's multiple reasons as to why I knew they knew he was already dead. Down the Rapids blocked me because he knew I knew that they knew he was already dead. And there was one more thing that gave me the overall confirmation that they knew he was dead, is because Isla Queer, before she interviewed Brad, told us that they believe they're looking for a body. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there's plenty more where that came from. We've got tons of Jay Slater content to get through. So make sure you hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn your notification bells on so you don't miss out on any content. And click on that join button. Become a member of the channel. We've got some great content for members only. Members only videos come in every single Sunday. So make sure you don't miss out. Subscribe to the channel if we are new. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.